Hello there, I've got a lovely Frosty card for you, and I really wanted to share this one just because it's one of my favorites. So, I'll show you what we'll be using. From the mini expression range, we have the "'Tis the Season" as our sentiment. Going to be doing a little bit of embellishing with the Faith die from the frames and tags, as well as the Angelina. And the snowflake, Frosty Snowflake border is going to be used on the edges of the card. And we're going to start out by doing a little bit of embossing with the Ice Crystals embossing folder. Okay. And I've got a piece of sky blue card that I'm going to start with. I'll give you a quick measurement because it's not a very big piece. It's quite small. 3.5 inches wide by 6 inches long. Bring in our ice crystals. Let me get my raspberry adapter here, and we are going to line this up so it's just about the same distance across. There we go. Take that one down, pop this one on there, and the raspberry adapter. So I've got a really lovely emboss on that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for a moment. We'll come back to this. And I've gone ahead and cut 2 of the Frosty Snowflake borders out of sky blue. So what I want to do is glitter both of these. And I'm just going to do it with some spray glue. In fact, let's grab it from something a little less conspicuous, maybe like that. Okay, there's one, and to do the second one here. Now I find with things like this where it's quite detailed and it's got a lot of bits, it's easier to use a spray glue to glitter it than to cut it with a sticky adhesive sheet on it. Because sometimes it's hard to get out of your die when you do that. Pop those down right in the middle. Piece of copy paper, and I'm going to use, ooh, don't cross, there we go, Frosted Sparkle Glitterbitz. I'm just going to pop that right over the top of this. A little bit there, okay. Tap off all the extra. Get a really pretty, kind of an icy feel to them with that blue. It's quite pretty. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to bring in a piece of milk card that is 7¼ inches by 6 inches, and we're going to pop those onto the side. So let's just use some spray glue. Get that, and this one. I think I'll add just a little bit extra bit of some cosmic glue to the little spots on here. Okay. Yeah, that should do the trick. This one on this side, just line it up. Let me just sort of lean in a little bit. Make sure I'm lined up nice and straight. There we go. And this one. Right along the edge there. Okay, so now I can put my embossed piece in between those. And I'm just going to raise it a little bit with some mounting foam. Let's see. Not like that, and maybe one more piece here. Give it a little bit more dimension right in between my borders. There we go. Make sure everything's stuck down really well. And I'm going to go ahead bring in my backing piece and we'll put it together. Okay. There we go. I'll give you a quick overall measurement on the card. So that is going to be 7.5 by 8.5 total. Okay, so now in the center section, I have gone ahead and cut 2 of the Faith die, and they're lovely and really lacy looking. And I think I'll just put a little bit of mounting foam in the center on the backs. And what we're going to do is mount one to the top and one to the bottom section of our embossed area. And they'll just overlap. Just like that. Okay, so next what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've used the inside die, and I'll show you, on the Angelina. So I've used this little ring here and the backing piece, put a blue one behind the milk card, and what I want to do is cut the center out and make a frame. So I'm going to use the smaller section here, bring back our cutting plates, and I'm going to tape that on so it's nice and even, and this way we'll have a nice clean cut to this frame, like that, and give that a quick run through. Okay, gently take that out, get all my tape off, put that back. And what I'm going to do is add a little bit of mounting foam. I've got a couple of really thin pieces here, and I'm just going to pop them off. Just feed them right around this as one piece, because when they're thin like this, they will do that once you've taken off the backing. There's one. And let's see how far we can go with this one. And curve it. Curve it, curve it, and then just trim it. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it into the Angelina die. It's got a couple little pieces that need to be popped out. I just spotted. There we go. So I'm going to bring it in, set it up right here in the center. Okay, and we'll go ahead and put this into place in the middle of our Faith dies. So it just sits about like that. Okay, and now what I want to do is seat the sentiment. So I've cut the center out with a little bit of a sticky sheet on it. So I'm just going to peel this off. There we go. And I'm going to bring in my piece of copy paper there. I'm going to set that down. Put my sentiment on first, which I've cut out of the sky blue card. This is the 'Tis the Season. I'm going to pop that right down. One chance here to get it nice and level where I want it, about like that, I think. And I'm going to use the waxy part here just to make sure it's all good and adhered. And then we're going to bring our Frosted Sparkle Glitterbitz back in and glitter everything else. Okay. Can put this back into our little container. And now I can put this one down into that frame. I'm going to put some glue on there. We'll get it nice and glue all the way around it. And that, since it came from the center of this die, will pop right down and recessed in there. There you go. Now the only thing I would do with this is add some pearls to the Faith and perhaps the snowflake borders, and you have a complete and beautiful Christmas card. Hope you've enjoyed the video and hope you like the card as much as I do too. Look for us on our YouTube channel again soon.